We live? What's good, great people? I am Ezel Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. Legend, rapper Nature shall be joining me for a frank conversation. I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors, My Heart and Soul Essentials. Definitely check them out. Use code EZEL21 for free shipping when you order $35 or more worth of product. Legend in the building shall be, man. Look, man, y'all understand. I've been trying to get this one for a little bit of a while, because what's going on?
Yo,
What's going
what's
down?
good, player?
Man,
What's
not
good? I
much.
heard you just now. You burned the copies, huh? I heard you. I heard you.
Man, my bad. Hey,
Nah, it's
look,
all on.
man, my bad, man. Like look, I was young. Really getting to my East Coast rap, right? And I look, it was a man's world. You know what I'm saying? When I heard it, like it was something about the beat and your flow. You know what I'm saying? And that I paid attention to, right? So I want and as you yourself, right? And by the way, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy that you're gonna bring to this interview. You just paying attention to you as a lyricist. When you listen to music nowadays, what part are you paying attention to like the most? Is it the beat? Is it the flow? Is it the lyrics? What hits your
It's
ears?
a little bit of everything for me. It's a little bit of everything. Like, of course, the music, you're going to hear the music before you actually get to hear any vocals from any artist. You know what I'm saying? So you have a couple of seconds to kind of determine what kind of a song this is, what kind of a vibe this is. And I just listen to the whole package, the way it all comes together. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be one kind of a song because, I like upbeat songs. I like that, slower songs that make you think, songs that used to make you smoke or whatever it is that it is. You know what I mean? It's just, you can just tell just how organic it is immediately for me. You know what
No
I'm saying?
facts.
So,
No, I feel that, and I really, like I said, I stop and I think about it at times when it comes to like how I want the music to impact me, right? I heard this quote where it's like I can't listen to it unless it touches my soul, right? And so there are times where I know for a fact that I can't just keep on listening to that to the noise. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go to like what I feel is real rap, right? And so I find myself turning to music from the East. You know what I'm saying? Where people are really like, where it gives me that inspiration to grind hard. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays for you, is there a certain artist that you turn to like like, all right, this is something that motivates me, or do you go back and do you listen to yourself to get that
I
same?
mean, I'm still a fan of myself, of course, you know what I'm saying? But I don't ride around listening to my own music. Like most artists
Right.
don't ride around listening to their own music. So you might find an artist that's kind of like similar or a certain artist
Yeah.
that's like, for me, it's more of uh, going back. And not to take nothing
No
away from
fact.
none of these new artists, but for me, I
Mhm.
like to go back. I like to vibe. I like to vibe with, either artists I came up with, artists that inspired me back then, because chances are they still, once a song touches you, it's gonna always touch you. It
Of
doesn't know,
course.
it doesn't change. You don't really grow out of that. You know what I'm saying? But it all
Right.
depends on what kind of mood I'm in, because outside of rap, we all listen to music. There's always, I bet you, if I went through your playlist right now, there's probably one or two songs I'll be like, "Where are you listening to that right
Yeah.
there?" You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a song that doesn't really quite fit the mold. You know what I'm saying? But as far as
No
hip
fact.
hop goes, man, I'm like right at the line, because I try to give everybody new a chance and try to see where they coming from and how they vibe. But I mean, if you went through my music, it'd
Mhm.
be a lot of the older music. You know what I'm saying?
So
A
you
lot of the
still
older.
listening to Cool G? You still jamming the Juice Crew? You still got
Yeah,
your
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. My
man. I,
daughters might look at me and be like, "Yo, you listen, what is this?" You know what I mean? It doesn't fit the mold of what's right now, but
no,
I
but
love it.
No facts, man. I can't lie to you, man. I'm still, like I said, I still jam some of the old stuff, but some of these newer artists, man, like they getting some spins. But I wonder for you, who do you have your eyes on? You know what I'm saying? As far as like these up and comers that are like who actually like makes Nature's playlist where he's like, I'm gonna ride around, let me go ahead and cut on this real fast.
Probably. It's a good question. I mean, it varies. It could be like a Future. It could be
Yeah,
like Lil Baby.
yeah.
Um, it could be. There's so
That's
many.
some. I want to say that's some of those. But it's funny you went straight to Atlanta for your artist selection. Like,
That's real.
nah, that's
Um,
real.
it's real. You asked me, you know what I mean, who it could be, and I'm
No,
just thinking it's so many as far as those kind of guys.
right.
But I like their music.
Mm,
I just
most
like their
definitely.
music.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's
Same.
more than that though. But if you just,
Yeah.
I know you probably wouldn't even have thought for me to
Oh,
say
hey,
that.
yeah. I'm gonna be like, oh, Steph. Hey, hold on. We jamming the super future as we ride down the highway. Okay. All right. I feel it.
Future, you know what I mean? There's so many different people. Depends on whatever. But those two artists, you know what I mean? It's still the Kendricks. There's still a lot of. There's still guys that's. You know what I mean? I try
Yeah.
not to like put people in the box because at different times of the day I be in different modes. Like if you catch me in the morning, I might want high energy. As it
Right.
goes towards the night, I'm more into laid back kind of a sound. So it all depends on what the time of the day for me. But I love it all.
Most definitely, most definitely. I gotta get into my my bag really quickly. When I ask you these questions about you,
Hmm.
you've worked with so many amazing artists, even from the ones that you were listening to, right? Cool G Rap to the 50. You were part of Firm. Did records with Nas. I mean, AZ, Foxy Brown,
Hmm.
Prodigy, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, all these different names, and a slew of other collaborations, right?
Hmm.
And I wondered how important is collaboration to you, when it comes to making music, and how does it affect your work? I know you was on you was on Drink Champs, and they Nori said that when they know that like when they say that they're gonna feature you, you're gonna go harder, right? So I
Hmm.
wonder, like,
Hmm.
is that really your mindset, or is there something else? What is it?
No, I
What brings that
mean,
out?
no, not really. The
Mm,
features is I always thought the features was dope because these are my peers or whatever. I
right.
always view no matter what the record I was on, I try to treat it as if it was my record, and I try to deliver something that I know that is gonna stick. So if I got a heavyweight that I'm doing a song with, my only goal was not to make them look shine less, but just to make sure that I have definite parts in it that I want them to be rewinding my part. I want them to be quoting my part. I want them to be loving my part. So that no matter who you are, whether you're a up and coming artist or whether you're a vet,
Yeah.
you know to go hard. Because I always had a problem when it came down to um getting these features for my particular records. I always felt that a lot of artists didn't go as hard for me as I would for them. You know what I mean? Maybe it was just in my own mind state, but I came up with a lot of dope MCs. I've been always been surrounded by a lot of dope MCs,
Yeah.
whether they were coming up or they were already established. I just felt that my little part of the record, my 16 bars or whatever, however long I'm on a record, I wanted to deliver something that
Mhm.
was monumental, something that was, you know what I mean, something that the average MC is probably just gonna be like, oh yeah, this guy right here, I can't just treat it as if it was a second job or something. This is something real. You got to be on your A game with this guy. So I always think that collaborations and stuff is always dope. If you know what I mean, it's a way that you can rub shoulders with your peers. It's brotherhood. So it's always about us. For me, I always looked at it. I came in the game in a group. So it was always about um, friendly competition. Just trying to just deliver the best type of, music I could deliver. So I always carried that with me. So still to this day, if you get me on the track, for those that get me on the track, I'm still gonna go hard as if it was a nature track. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. But I didn't
That's
intentionally
real.
try to like
That's real.
outshine anybody or anything. I'm just like, yo, if we here to do our business, I was always surrounded with by the goats. I was surrounded by the guys that would write a rhyme and make me look at my rhyme and be like, damn, I could go harder. We'd be on opposite sides of the room writing rhymes, and then we come together before we lay it, and we just spit it off the paper and be like, damn, I didn't know you was going there. You know what I mean? So I just
Bro,
come from that era. So,
hey, be
word.
real. How many times have you ever like? Is there any artist that you can name like yo, like they presented their verse, you presented your verse, and you was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back. Like, is there any song that you were like, no, I want to rewrite this verse real fast because I
Well, I
got
don't. I don't remember any particular songs, but just
you.
to have a guy like Nas, you know what I'm saying? Just to be
Yeah,
coming up with this guy, and you be
yeah.
like, wow, I didn't even understand how certain words, how you made that rap. Like, how did you make those two words rhyme like that? What made you think of that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just always remembered that, you could always, for every, it's how you view it. You could view the glass half full, half empty. The way there's so many different things you could say on a song, you know what I'm saying? But true
Mm.
lyricists find a way to say whatever it is that they want to say, no matter what the beat is telling them what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I credit these guys. Word.
Most deaf. All right, let me. I gotta ask this, and I ask everything I ask is with respect. So I want your honest opinion. You
Hmm.
know, um, which borough has the best rappers to you?
You get it?
Without even
You
no
see
words.
that? You see that?
Yes, sir.
Word.
I
I
got
think
you.
I think Queens always had the best rappers. No disrespect to nobody. We
Thanks.
started out with dudes like Run DMC, who was always looked at as the kings of it, from the LL Cool J's to the Tribe Called Quest, Cool G Raps, Nas, so many different groups, so many
Yourself.
different
Yourself.
myself. I'm humble when it comes down to that, but yeah, it was always somebody that I could look up to that was that was like right in reach. To be these Queens MCs was a little bit was always in reach. I could find these guys, I could see these guys, I could reach out and touch them. Shout out to all of the dudes from the different boroughs, the Brooklyns and the Harlems and all of that. But for me, it was always Queens.
Most
Started
definitely.
out with Molly Mall, and me being from Queensbridge, I was surrounded by some of the most talented rappers ever. Like word.
Okay.
So
Facts.
word.
That's facts, man.
So if you had to
That's
ask me, I'm like, you see the shirt, right?
I
Shirt
can
is
see it
real
right here.
sweet.
Like, he didn't even say anything, just pan
Word.
down.
Mhm.
That's real. That's real. Man,
Word.
you were around like the pioneers of this thing.
Mhm.
To see it from back then and what it has grown into. What are your thoughts on the evolution of this thing that we call rap, what we call hip hop? And how do you feel like your contribution to it should be remembered by the people?
Well, to answer the first thing, I am proud. I'm happy. For a while, it was always considered, in the beginning, it was considered to be just like a phase. They thought it would phase out. They thought that it wouldn't really last. You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank goodness for the internet, for us to be able to sit back in our house and discuss rap with people all around the world, for it to be incorporated into businesses and commercials, and people are selling their products with rap music right now, and the amount of money that's being generated from hip hop is just like astronomical. We came up for the love of it. We didn't know anybody that actually got rich from it. But right now, there's people in their house You know, you didn't necessarily have to be from any particular borough or any place in the world. If you dope, you could generate a buzz. You could feed your family, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
far as my particular contribution to it, I think it's dope, and I thought it always was dope. I always was the guy that was the underdog. So you know
Yeah.
what I mean. I was the guy that no matter what, you know, you could have all of this hype behind you, and you could be on your way up. But I was always the guy that wanted to remind people that keep working. That there's always somebody that's coming in the shadows that can probably, you know, deliver some shit that'll make you be like, damn, bro, I need to step my game up. You know what I mean? As far as from a lyricist point of view, I'm glad that I came in the era of the mixtapes as opposed to the playlists. You know what I'm saying? I came in from the
Or
mixtapes where it was just like, you know, you make it on certain mixtapes in certain positions. You know what I mean? It set the game up early before for us to get to where we are now. So I mean, for those that understand the importance of mixtapes and the underground circuit, you know what I mean? You understand what my contributions meant and still meant. And you know what I mean? I just want to remind people out there that, you know, just because you're not affiliated with a big name, that, you know, if you dope, you dope. There's a ways out there for you to get heard, and you know, people will listen and respect your craft. Or
man, that's bars right there. Sincerely. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just go ahead. Let me fan out for 2 seconds. All right.
go
I
ahead.
first
It's all good.
I first heard you on Band from TV, right? And I
Hmm.
was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is like 2000, and this is like 2000 and what 5, right? And then I looked you up, right? So We Ain't Friends was the next thing I heard you. I heard you on, and I was like, dang man, like I don't know who did them wrong, but I hope they go back and become friends again. Like, but it was a great, it was, bruh. I stopped and I really think about the messaging behind that song, right? And I
Hmm.
really want I wonder um because I'm pretty sure that in this time period in your lifetime you've experienced the highs and lows when it comes to friendship. People have come and gone, but I wonder what do you feel like makes a lasting friendship for you?
Just always being genuine, man. You know, when you're genuine, you don't be jaded by another person's success. You're not judgmental. You know, you're just a genuine guy, man. There's a lot of people, and it's just unfortunate that we meet people that at one point we probably thought the world of, but for whatever reason, whether it be financial, whether it be you know, women or whatever, you know,
Yeah,
the things that
yeah,
that guys might fight over. But then you know, you lose these bonds with people, and then you have to sit back and question yourself, what was it that actually made me have this bond with them? Why did I regard them as a friend? People use that term so loosely. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is my friend. This is whatever, whatever. You know. And at the end of the day, I don't have no real list of things that you need to follow. You just need to be genuine. You can tell when you're a genuine person and you actually care about a person's well-being. You know, it's different when we come from the hood when we don't have nothing. We have nothing.
right.
It's easy for you to kind of view certain things. But you know, as you go on along in life and you become successful with certain things, certain people start to attach themselves for different reasons. So it's kind of hard to have certain bonds. Like before, we played sports. It wasn't about making money. We rapped on the corner. It wasn't really about making money. We went to school. We tried to get educations. You know, so it's different from back then to now. But for me, you just got to be a genuine person, male or female. You know, I mean, have good intentions. I could tell when you're actually there for me, and I try to do the same. You know what I mean? I might not be there for every phone call, or I might not have to speak to you every day. But if you're my friend, we both kind of understand that that's what it is, and we cool. I just try to keep positive vibes when it comes down to that. It don't matter who's driving the newest what or where you live or how your girl look or how many #1 records you have. I ain't really with all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not superficial when it comes down to that. I'm a cool dude when it comes down to, you know what I mean? We friends.
No,
If we friends, we could sit there and talk about anything. We pick each other up. You know what I mean? We be each other's crutches. We can do all of that. So, word.
man, that uplift is for real, especially nowadays because it does get, the higher I feel like, you can attest to this way more than I can, but the higher you go, the harder it is to, find people that are like that will genuinely care about you and show that, you know. You that's like, man, you got the knowledge, man. You got the
hmm
knowledge. Um
hmm
I I wanna ask you about your path of success, right? Because success is the journey, you know what I'm saying, and it's never the destination, you know. Um, as you were maneuvering, through your career, as you continue to go through your career, I wonder, where do you feel like you are right now? You know, do you feel like you've attained so much? Like where do you feel like you are like now?
As far as career wise or just in life?
Honestly, we can go. Let's start career wise and then expand to life because I really do like the life answers as well.
Well, as far as career wise, I put myself up there. I would say like what you mean like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Man, look, we can actually. You know what? Yeah, let's do the 1 to 10. You go ahead, give me the 1 to 10.
On a career wise, I would probably put it like like a 7.
No, no sevens, no sevens.
Nah, I put
Everybody
it like a
says
7. I
no.
put it like a
Everybody
7.
says seven because seven is comfortable. No sevens.
Skip 7?
Yeah, skip seven.
Well, I mean, I don't have a whole string of #1 hits, but as far as
That don't
influencing the
matter.
game,
You're
listen,
under.
as far as influencing the game and to still be able to get opportunities so many years later keeps me at a high perspective of things. You know what I'm saying? As far as not receiving all the accolades that I feel that I deserve, keeps it from being a perfect score type thing. So when I would say 7, it means that I'm comfortable, but I would still want to strive. I still want to strive to make music. I still want. It's still so much to be said. It's still so many people to reach, regardless if it's through me personally or if I'm fortunate enough to pull somebody else up. You know what I mean? It's having a respect level throughout the game that mattered more to me than anything. Of course, we all want the money. We always want the accolades. And we want to say that, yo, we got this and we got that. But I've seen a lot of artists reach these levels too fast and don't appreciate it. And once
Mhm.
you get to the level so fast, you don't appreciate it. You assume that you're gonna always stay at this level, and which is not always the case. So when you think that you're on automatic, you lose the drive, you lose your hunger for it, you lose all of it because you just feel that it's supposed to be this way. When I said 7,
But
7 allows me to still have respect for my peers, but still have something to reach for. Still want to go, still be able to go farther, still want to go harder. You know what I'm saying?
you can do that at an 8 though. You can
Well, I could
still
do it
have
at 8. I could do it
because
at an 8.
you still got you got a plat like under you, right? Like that firm.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, it's like firm number one platinum. Man, look, a lot of these artists don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I know you give yourself credit, but I want to give you.
mm-hmm.
I'm giving you your flowers today even more. Like
All
I
right.
know, like
Got it, got it,
like for
got it.
real, like you are a lyricist through and through. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that has stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying? I was just listening. Like I said, I was just listening to that song. It was something Expressway with you, Cool G Rap. Like I was like I'm still vibing to you years
Mhm.
later. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
When I first like talked to you in Clubhouse, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Yo, fam, like this will be the biggest honor to be able to actually interview you because I listened to you while growing up." You know what I'm saying? Like it was real. It was real for me. You know,
Mhm.
so
Mhm. Mhm.
and so the fact that you even then would still give me this chance, it also speaks to your character as a person, which is why if you're not gonna give yourself a 9 or 10, cool. I'll give you. I want you. It's an 8 at least. It's an 8. And ain't no
Mhm.
going
Okay.
over
Okay. Okay. Okay.
that.
Okay. I got it. That
Yeah,
makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah.
But
But
it's just that level of humbleness and being cool. You know what I mean? It's the worst thing in the world is to probably meet somebody that you listened to growing up, that you had this respect for, and then when you finally meet them and they're a hole or something, that'd
yeah,
probably be like crushing, demoralizing. So I never
yeah,
wanted to be that guy. So I just kept it cool and let y'all know that I'm just like you. There's no difference. I might have did some more records and shook hands with a few more people than you, but
yeah.
um, you know. Don't let success get to your head. Don't let none of that get to your head. Just be cool, you know what I'm saying? And people will come.
Big facts.
Word, word.
Man, so now what about the life answer? You gave me the career answer. What about the life answer?
Life, I, I would probably put myself 9, 10 because I
Mm,
still get to do the music and the things that I love to do. Meanwhile, having a family, having my daughters, having people around me that I could see and I can go through life with and experience all the things, the ups, the downs, you know what I mean? To still be able to hold
right.
my head high. And it's crazy when your kids or somebody could like turn the radio on or see somebody actually give their father their flowers right in front of them, like stuff that I
Right.
did prior to them, and they still see me waking up and going to the studio now, and they going to school and they're being in college and different stuff like that, and we supporting each other. It's just different, you know what I'm saying? That puts me a little bit higher on the success level because a lot of my peers either this game has a way of kind of like you got altering your reality. You know, as dudes get a little bit older and they feel like they have to compete so much with some of these young guys and live a certain life, and it kind of takes them away from the natural path that they were supposed to be going. So, I
Yes.
mean, with me, it's kind of not. It doesn't work like that with me. For me, it's always been family first. It's always been other things like that first. So I'm successful when it comes down to that. We don't necessarily have to be living in no mansion or having all of this stuff, but to create something and watch it grow with like having a family and stuff like that. That's real big on a totem pole for me. So
Yeah. Do you feel like
word.
those? Do you feel like those are the values that you're trying to impart upon upon your daughters when it comes to like, look, family first, and success will come. What do you feel like are your main values that you're trying to give to them that you want them to exude as they go through life?
Family first. Never give up on your dreams. Um, don't expect nothing to come to you for free. Um, uh, Whatever man that you find later on in life, hopefully they treat you the same way, I treat you, and the things like that, the things that we got going on over here. Um, that's it, man. That's really it. At the end of the day, there's no set dollar amount that's gonna bring you happiness. There's a lot of people out there that we see. We just seen Bill Gates go through divorce. We see a lot of people that's rich, ready to commit suicide or do all this crazy stuff that we sit there and scratch our head and try to figure out. Life is a little bit more than the dollars. Of course, we need them to navigate through life, but you know,
Right.
having strong mental health and a strong foundation is everything. So I just try to teach them
Yes.
that.
Most definitely.
Word.
As
Try to
we
teach them.
as you touch on that, I really stop and I think about, all the things that these people must have went through to get to where they were, right? And like the tolls that it does take on them on their mental health. And I feel like it always comes back down to like the sacrifices that people make
the tough decisions that they have to make. And, I wonder for you on your journey, on your path, what do you feel like were some of the greatest sacrifices that you had to make?
Um, the greatest sacrifices,
Some of the
just
hardest,
you
some of the
know,
hardest.
just not really going as hard in the beginning. It's to be a full-time dad and to be there and to put some of my dreams, not to stop chasing my dreams, but to put a lot of things on pause to deal with whatever came first. I lost both of my parents. Um, just trying to make sure we don't collapse. So kind of had to dig down into myself, and so it's that certain realness that I had to be with myself that doesn't really show in the music, because when you're making the music, you have to portray a certain image. So sometimes it's kind of like a contradiction type of a thing, like, yo, I'm putting this out there into the universe, but in reality, I'm more of a reserved. I like to be in the crib as opposed to being in the club or on the block.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, you know what I'm saying? Going out into the real world and actually sacrificing the music to go, maybe make dollars elsewhere, to pay the bills, to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having one foot still in the music and the rap and one foot into the real world, and never really fully being 100% in either one. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's the
100.
sacrifice. Yeah.
Man, you are you are a real one, man. Like for real. Like the more I talk to you, the more I'm like, yo, like this is the guy. Like this is
Nah, I
the
appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. I
for,
appreciate it, man.
for
You know what
real,
I mean?
man. Like it's because you're right. Like I feel like sometimes a lot of the images that of people that they portray to the world, it makes them like less and less like uh less and less human. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Hmm.
makes it less
Hmm.
like it makes it less and less like realistic. Like but at the end of the day, it's like, fam, I know you as a person have to deal with some of the same trials and tribulations, the struggling to get up and continue to press forward throughout the day that anybody else does. You know what I'm saying? It's just that
Hmm.
yours looks different, right? Yours,
Hmm.
you may have more money than somebody else. You may have more resources than somebody else, but I honestly, man, like for real, like I thank you for coming to my platform today and just being as real as you are, like really just being yourself,
I
man.
mean, I
Thank
don't
you.
know how to be nothing. I mean, we could be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We got all this, but that ain't really. That's not
Yeah,
it right there. You know what I mean? It's a time and place to do for all of that. You asking me questions that's real stuff. You know what I mean? So there's things that we have to deal with, and I just want to let them know, like, yo, it's okay. So some of these rappers might be like, yo, Nature ain't if Nate ain't pulling up in the Bentley, I might not want to listen to what he got to say, but it's okay. In a minute, it'll make sense to you. But everybody's caught up in living a fast life and trying to be, looked at as the man. As long as my family look at me like I'm the man, I'm cool.
I feel.
You know what I'm
Nah, that's yeah,
saying?
for real. Man, I wanna
So,
I wanna get into the goal of this show, right?
what's
Which
up?
is always it's philanthropy, right? Garnering support from those that are watching and putting it towards a charity or nonprofit that you care about. So I just want to ask, what charity would you like to just spotlight today? Shout out, and why is the cause that it faces so important to you?
Shout out, probably Volunteers of America. Volunteers of America that offer housing and refuge to whether it be veterans, whether it be people dealing with mental health, people dealing with substance abuse, and
Gotcha.
people that might have made just a wrong turn. You know what I mean? These people
Yeah.
that are just like you and me. There are people out there that serve their country. There's people out there that just need somebody to talk to, or maybe going through a transition in their life where they hit the bottom and they need to bounce back up. The Volunteers of America offer all of these programs for such people. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that I actually come in contact with, like on a daily. I kind of like deal with some of these people. Whether it be talking to them, whether it be you know, and letting them know, because when society views you as uh, maybe a substance abuser or something like that, they easily throw you away.
Yeah.
You know, they have these words, whether it be in hip hop, they use the word, you know, he's washed up, or he's finished, or he's a fiend, or he's this. But at the end of the day, they're still somebody's husband, or somebody's wife, or somebody's kids, or somebody. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not necessarily their fault. They didn't necessarily go out into the world with the intentions of having this happen to them. So certain places like that, you know, I commend these guys for having an open bed or extending their arms out to these guys out there that just need help. Some of these guys are able to make a full turnaround and bounce back up, and later on become, you know, uh, uh, powerful contributors to society, or be a part of these corporations and stuff like that. There's some of these guys out there just because they're homeless or they use drugs that they are smart as hell. You know, if you ever sat down and talked to them, these guys, you know, they're engineers and they're computer programmers. They're all of these guys out there. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to people like that, man. The Volunteers of America is definitely a positive thing. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, and so y'all heard it here. Volunteers of America is who nature wants us to throw some support behind. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'll tag them at the bottom of this video, so that they, you know, they know who got that shot, how they got that shout out. So well, I appreciate that. I got a couple more questions, man. I usually just jump into my last one, but I can't.
Yeah.
Look, I got to ask. So you had brothers growing up, and you know when you used to your dad had a bunch of records, and you used to try to treat the records like turntables. I'm not gonna lie, I did that one time. I ain't gonna lie, like I came up in an era where whoopings was like normal. So
Me too.
Look, okay, so we here then. So yeah, you blamed it on your brothers. Did they ever get you back for that?
Nah, because only for the simple fact that more so I was more scared of the record player, because they weren't turntables, they were record players.
Yeah.
I was more so scared of the record player getting messed up more than the records. You know, my dad had a whole bunch of records. If a record got messed up, I probably could hide it and put it in the pile so they probably wouldn't find that record. But when he actually went to go play his records, because, you know, they had 45s, they had records, he had mixer, he had, you know, a little bit of equipment, whatever. They were music lovers. I was more so scared that I couldn't explain how the equipment got messed up more so than the records. The records, I could be like, okay, I could put two records in one album cover or something. I could just hide it in the pile. You probably just won't never find that one again. You know what I'm saying? He has hundreds of records over here, so you probably would never find that record again. But if I broke the actual equipment, oh, that was my ass.
It's over
Yeah,
for you.
it was over. It was over. So thank God I didn't do that. I didn't break none of that stuff. So they didn't ever have to actually get me back. So nobody really got in trouble for it. If he did see a record, I don't know. We just blamed it on it. Just maybe it got sat out or got weathered or whatever. But I didn't break or damage none of his stuff. So one of my brothers is on here right now. But yeah, definitely.
What up though? Hey, so okay, so I got it. All right. Now this is my other little selfish question. You know, like I said, I was doing my little research, man. So you know, MC, DJ, breaking, you know, graffiti and beatboxing. You said that you could tag a little bit. You know, I remember you mentioned that. You know, but it's funny that you touched on you know some of these, because these are basically the 5 elements of hip hop, right? What was your favorite element? You know what I'm saying? Outside of I don't know if I don't even know if like the actual, you know, rapping was your favorite. Like, what was truly and honestly your favorite? And if rap is your favorite, then what's the next one behind it?
Maybe
Don't tell me that you
breakdancing.
put on a hoodie and go out and tag at night. Like if you
No,
tell me that,
don't do that. That's to the extreme. That's to the extreme. I used to ask my moms used to buy me these them sketchbooks. You know, the books
Yeah.
that you can buy in the joints. So I mean, I didn't go do face property or nothing, but we would
Oh.
have write our names and practice doing all of this other stuff. So I kind of like that
Oh.
was the limit for that. But but everything else, it would probably be breakdancing for me. We actually got the cardboard and put it on the ground and broke and break dance or went across the street to different blocks in the projects and battled other crews and you know what I mean? So breakdancing was it for me. You know what I'm saying? Rapping was cool, but I never
Yeah.
was really writing whole raps. I just knew that when songs come out, I knew how to change the words. I knew that
Right.
I figured out how melodies and rhythms and stuff like that. I knew how to change the words, but I wasn't writing whole songs. A lot of everybody around me was doing that. There was people around me that was really dope, but um, I would only go but so far with it. I would write enough, maybe say it to one or two close friends, not even let everybody know that this I knew how to do it, but a few close people knew I knew how to do it. But as far as breakdancing was, you couldn't be half stepping with that. When you came out and you came out to breakdance, you can't do half of a move. You
You
gotta
got
go
it.
all out. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, hey, yo,
that
fam, like, let me, like, please tell me, please tell me you guys, like, you got what crew, like, tell me, like, you got a story, like, I gotta know, like, what crew were you just, like, whooping on, like, one time, like, when you just stepped out, like, with your crew, like,
no, I mean people didn't have I don't remember names. It was pretty much the blocks. We didn't venture too
mhm.
far out the projects because you gotta remember Queensbridge is the
Yeah,
biggest housing projects. We got 96 buildings, we got 6 blocks. So every time you stepped across the street to another block, it was like a whole nother projects anyway. So, you know, you had
mm,
certain dudes out there that knew how to spin and do windmills, and you had certain dudes that buy the white gloves and they know how to pop, lock, and do all this crazy stuff.
what were
So,
you doing?
spinning on my neck,
What?
doing all kind of craziness. I think I injured myself doing all that stuff too. So that kind of like cut my
Oh,
whole, you know what I'm saying? But it was
yeah,
cool because it was so new, and you couldn't tell me or tell anybody anything because we just loved it. Like I said, it wasn't nothing that we knew that we would make money from or nothing like that, as opposed to being outside, robbing people or doing
yeah,
whatever. It was something positive. My parents didn't really understand it at the time because it was just they didn't consider that real music. You know how that is. You come
yeah,
from that
parents
era.
don't, yeah,
But yeah, but I wanted my sneakers. I needed my fat laces in my sneakers. I needed the name belt. I needed a dope name, and wearing our hats all crazy and
you,
doing all that. Yeah, so it was dope. It was definitely dope. You know what I'm saying? And then and through that, you just met more people in the neighborhood. You realized that we had a lot more in common. You would go across the street. I remember Nas used to do it too. Nas' name was Kid Wave. You know what I mean? Way before he used his real name in rapping. We were breakdance guys. We were guys we didn't know. We just loved hip
no,
hop and all elements of it. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of
yo,
crazy back then. Word.
man, that's life though, man. Like that, it's crazy what's like going from breaking to rap to, man, being here and sitting and talking to me on the interview, going back through it. It's wild how life transitions, man. It's really
Nah,
it really is.
definitely. And you know what's kind of crazy because shout out to the internet. This was before the internet, before we
Yeah,
realized that this was happening all around the world. It's not until now that I get to meet brothers such as yourself and people from different areas and tell me, yo, I listened to you, or we did the same things. Just y'all was over here doing it. We was over here doing it. So it's
yeah,
kind of dope. I met people like on Clubhouse and stuff like that. People telling me, "Yo, I used to be homeless, bro. I'm from this country over here, and I used to listen to your music, and I loved you, and now I get to talk to you." So that's why I was like, "Yo, bro, this is crazy. It's a small world. Just try to stay humble. You never know who's actually watching. You just do your thing, bro."
stuff. Most deaf, man. I want thank you again for the light. Thank you again for the life. Thank you again for your positivity, for your energy. I
Hmm.
just want you to know, man, I'm speaking nothing but peace and blessings over you, your family, and everything that you touch, and all your current dreams and the dreams of the people that you care about will come to fruition. Um, Before we close out, we always have to end with wisdom for the next generation, right? So I wonder what words of wisdom would you have? And you touched on it a little bit earlier. I want you, if you like, go a little bit deeper. What words of wisdom would you have for any of these young up and comers that are going to be beginning their rap career?
Just really like you're gonna expect me to say, never really give up, man. I just seen something recently. Somebody said something on Instagram. Somebody said, the second you give up on your dreams, that's the day that you die. You know what I mean? This right here, nothing is gonna be easy. You know what I mean? If you put your work into it, there's no guarantees in life, but nothing beats hard work. So whether you want to be a rapper, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, man, you can be anything that you set your mind out to do. Don't give up. It might get discouraged. You might have people around you that don't necessarily support your dreams. So you might have to dig down within yourself, believe in what you're doing, and never look back, man. Never give up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes we have to be our own biggest inspiration. Sometimes we could, you know, the music game is funny because the music game comes with entitlement. Because
mm-hmm.
meaning like if I become a little bit successful, there's a lot of people out there that feels like they're entitled to a piece of my success. But meanwhile, if I was in a different field, it wouldn't be so much. Like if I
Right,
blew up as a rapper, my next door neighbor, the person I was in school with, the person that when I was struggling, that I knocked on the door, that I needed to borrow some sugar, everybody's gonna have something to say as far as who I am. But if I was like a doctor, a lawyer, a cop, no, these guys, if I'm a rapper, they want to come to the studio, they want to come to the video shoots, they want to, but if I did something else outside the box, nobody doesn't know how to attach themselves to your success. So it doesn't always have to be in the entertainment field. My words of wisdom is for anybody out there, no matter what you're doing in life. You know what I'm saying? If it's something you want to do, uh, take the steps into understanding what it is that you're getting yourself into. And if you still feel like that's what you want to do, go for it, bro. Go for it.
man. We got Queensbridge in the building, y'all. This is such an honor, man. On to the
Yes.
man. Oh yeah. Oh man, look, Nate, I want to say thank you again for joining me. Man, I appreciate this. I'm definitely gonna upload this, and then yeah, man, it's an honor, sincerely, man, to be sitting with the legend, man, for real.
No, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. I know we could have did it face to face, but I guess because I'm still doing music, like I said, and so I'm planning
Yeah,
on releasing some new music really soon before this year is out, and hopefully we can get together and talk about some more things, and whatever you need me to do, bro, I'm here. You know what I mean?
man,
It's all
look,
positive. It's all love.
bro, look, just the fact that you'll give me that opportunity to interview you in person. That's
Hmm.
hey, look, hey, look, that's it right there. I appreciate that. That round two,
Hmm.
I definitely can't wait, man.
Nah, we could definitely happen. We got each other's information. You know what I mean? I support what you do. I appreciate the way that you it's not your typical interview, it's not your typical thing. It's more like a conversation. Even though you had your questions that you wanted to ask me, I appreciate the route that you went, because most people would kind of ask me about more so about my peers or more so about specific records. I like the way that you kind of like, the way you navigated this whole interview right here. So it was really dope, man. Or
Hey, bro, come on, man. Look, man, I can't be. Look, come on, fam. I appreciate that. Yo, like, hey, yo, we had Nate in
nah,
the building. Hey, bro, thanks, man. Like, for real. Like,
mm-hmm,
I appreciate that. Um,
mm-hmm.
definitely, man. We gonna chop it up. Thank you again for joining me.
Nah, it's all love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in contact with me, man. and we could do it up. You know what I mean? Whether it be face to face, anywhere, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just due to this COVID, I got a lot of interviews scheduled. I gotta kind of be mindful of. It's just timing with me. You know what I mean? It's
Yo,
nothing personal with guys. We want to let y'all know it's just timing. If it doesn't really fit in my thing, thank God we have these platforms where we can just sit in our living rooms and still chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
most
Word.
definitely. Most definitely. Word. Hey, yeah. Look, I got a couple more questions I'm gonna ask you personally a little bit later on though. Like it's on some just on some like on some respect, like yo, like for real, hopefully like about scheduling. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know
Hmm.
like I know you busy. Cause I know you got a lot going on. But you know, it's these opportunities that if it's these opportunities that I get that, you know, like I said, I really appreciate, man, for real. And you know what I'm saying, I'm also gonna ask you like, you know, a couple other things about like, you know, how you know, felt about the whole thing for real, you know what I'm saying, outside of these people's eyes and whatnot, you know what I'm saying. So
Hmm.
thank you
Hmm.
again. And yeah, man. Y'all make sure how can the people support you? What can we do?
I mean, you always could follow me on here to get the latest updates on these social medias, you know, the real nature, whether it be through Twitter, whether it be Instagram, whatever. You know what I mean? Just basically tell a friend to tell a friend, you know what I mean? We're spreading
Yeah,
positivity. Um, if you out and you out and about and you run into me, you know what I mean? You know, feel free to say what up. We take pictures, we shake hands, we do features. You know what I mean? We real people. I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of rain or snow, sleet or hell. You know what I mean? I'm a real
right.
dude.
Regardless of if you got a song with Nas and 50 on it, and it's like, yo, fam, like it still gets fun. Hey, man, you know, let me tell you about you and you how you like really just like really made me like pay attention to. You know what? That's another. That's for round two.
Okay.
I got a whole other set of questions for you for like
All
that,
right,
bro.
all right, all right.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
do it up. I told you we could do it up, bro.
yeah.
It's
We'll
nothing
definitely
about.
do it.
We gonna
We'll
schedule it
definitely
up
do
real soon and we chop it
it.
up. Word,
Bet that.
word.
All right. That was Nature, y'all. An absolute honor to have him kill Ben from TV. That was where I first heard him. Ben from TV, man. And then like, we ain't friends. And man, a man's world is still like still one of my favorite songs to this day. Y'all, it's crazy, man, when you get to meet the people that you talked to. I mean, like, not talk. I mean, it's crazy when you get to talk to people that you were listening to. You know, it's a blessing. It's an honor. But yeah, so the charity that he chose, Volunteers of America, that's who we are going to make sure that we show some love to. Definitely go out, go listen to Bam from TV. Go listen to A Man's World. Go listen to all his projects, y'all. I just got to talk to somebody that I put my headphones on. Yo, back when I had a Walkman, I was listening to dude. Yo, it's amazing. And he's not an asshole. That is a blessing. Yo, I can't wait for this round two to be able to talk to him again. But yeah, you guys, I'm Ezel Moon. I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people. If you enjoy what I do, $ Ezel Moon. 60% goes to a charity or nonprofit that's been mentioned on this show, and 40% of your donation goes to making this the best thing you've ever seen, and me getting to sit across from him and be like, yo, fam, so it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Big shout out to my sponsor once again for today, and that is My Heart and Soul Essentials. Use code EZEL21 for free shipping on any order that is $35 or more. Yeah, that was cool, man. He's cool. I gotta go DM him. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all, man. Peace. Purchase my book, Purple Mike Wants a Bike, at Amazon.com. You can find it there. Just type in Purple Mike, type in Ezel Moon, and it'll pop up. If you guys want to follow me, no, not even if, go follow me at Ezel Moon _ on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Ezel Moon, and I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people.